Okay, so we had talked before about attacking the space and not just the opponent. That attacks happen in like more of like a 3D plane. For example, most people are just thinking about attacking their opponent and hitting their opponent, okay, or attacking their sword and hitting their sword. But I also want to be attacking the space on the ground to control you, to control where we're going, right? I can throw a cut over here so that you can't go over there. And you might be thinking about going over there because it's a logical place, and I just throw the cut over there and you're like, no, okay? And so I might also be attacking the ground with my feet, meaning like I'm attacking for more positional advantage and all the stuff that we covered before. So now what we're talking about is just like ways to sneak range and sleight of hand, right? So I might just attack the space so that I can sneak my back foot up. Example we were talking about earlier is I throw this like false edge rising cut, okay? And it's because they're gonna look over here. And so sometimes I'll do it against really skilled opponents and I'll throw this cut and I'll sneak my back leg up because they're looking over there. And they're like, oh, he just wasted a movement or he did something dumb, so I'm not going to react. This works really, really good against those lazy fencers. You'll find like lazy, good fencers in the essay where you'll do all this shit and they just won't move, right? But if every movement you do is to gain an advantage, then if they don't move, you gain something. This is why you don't want to do like this, right? Like I didn't gain anything. I went over here and I'm back where I was. But if I go over here and you don't move, or if I like feint and go over here and you don't move, and you don't react, then that's fine. I still gain something out of it. So what I'll do is I'll like throw a cut over here and I'll sneak my back foot up and then they go, oh, he's doing something flashy. That's not going to do anything. Boom. And then you hit him because that range changed. You stole that range, right? Or like it's really funny when you'll throw like something flashy like from like a movie, right? Like this. And they're like, oh, that's not going to do anything, blah, blah, blah. But while you do it, you like sneak that back foot up and they allow this to happen and then you hit them.
It's like that when you go to this and you're cocked back. You know,
yeah, exactly. So a lot of it, when we're talking about trying to steal range, right? When most people are thinking about range or measure, they're always compensating for range in the feet because someone just fights in the exact same guard all the time. So the only range distance that's changing is through the feet because we're talking about that first rule of defense, which is only allowed distance to be changed in your terms. Okay, and so now maybe if they change their sword and their feet, two things of distance have changed. But what's good to do is in one movement, instead of like maybe just stepping in and that range changes and we trying to steal range, maybe when I step, I also switch my weight distribution, change my grip, and sneak my back foot up. Now that's 3 different distance changes that had happened that they have to compensate for in one movement. And even if it's those people that don't react much, they're probably going to die on the next one because now they're too far behind. They have to fix 3 things on their next tempo, 3 different things on range that can hit them. Okay, so when we're talking about paying attention to also if I just step my front foot, so right now I can't hit you, right? But if I just bring my front foot forward and then I lunge, now I can hit you. So I can just steal some range with just my front foot, making it look like I'm going advance, advance, so they don't react. But I go advance, front foot advance, attack. Okay, so that's one way of stealing range. Or I can do it through just sneaking that back foot. Or I can do it through a grip change, weight distribution change. There's all these different ways and different ranges that we have to pay attention to. Okay?
Yeah.